and left. Hey, Reese. You know what? We ain't seen none of those people since they talk about the rapture. We ain't seen nobody. Good morning, y'all. Can we get the hearts pumping, please? Thank you, Tina. Can we get the hearts moving? Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Y'all got a lot of energy today. I had a Dr. Pepper. I should have not had a Dr. Pepper. I'm still here. Me too, man. I thought they was going, hey, whatever. We knew they was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Y'all knew that. Y'all knew those people were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And y'all actually thought people was going to the... Nobody knows when the rapture is coming. Jesus said that himself. Hey, Keish. Jesus said that shit themselves. Good morning. Like, nobody knows when the rapture is coming. Y'all need it. If you think the rapture will be coming and you have it timed out, you do not know God. Hi, Elena. Good morning, guys. Can we get these hearts going? Pump it up. Pump it up. Got a lot of info for y'all. Since I ain't have to make these videos, I've collected a lot more information. Once I get my main page back, hopefully, it's still there. It's just got an account ban warning. So I wait like a month or two before I can go back to my main page. But yeah, once I get that back and popping, I'll start doing my recaps again. But for right now, I just got to play it safe and do it like this and just, report how I can report. Good morning, Elena. Good morning, Keish. I don't know if anybody's... If you're in YouTube land, please let me know by commenting. If you're a hater, say something too. I just need to see if the live is working. Elena or Keish, can y'all reply? I think my YouTube is stuck. Is my YouTube stuck? I see the hearts. I just don't see nobody replying. Somebody put an H or something in there. Hi. Okay, I'm not seeing nothing. I may have to restart this live on YouTube land. Oh, never mind. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Y'all's making me panic for a little bit. Let's get these hearts at 10K. Hi, Will. Hi, Tracy. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, people. I don't know why I'm in a good mode. I think I'm in a good mood. Hello, Finding My Way. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Rain. Good morning, guys. All right. All right. We're getting these hearts going. All I ask for hearts, if y'all decide to gift, that is only up to y'all. But I just need the hearts to keep going so I can stay on the FYP page. That's it. That's all y'all got to do. Hi, Derry. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, people. Y'all, I'm actually building a following in YouTube land. That is insane. Amongst the racist people, there are a lot of good people on YouTube. I appreciate that. All right, let's get this shit popping. First and foremost, if y'all have not seen the video, I have a second backup page, y'all. Y'all know I'll be getting in trouble on TikTok. I have a second backup page. It's called Talk Your Shit, Nene. But there were some people who wanted to be CK so bad, they took their ass to an HBCU. Yes. Some people that decided that they wanted to be CK and they want to replicate CK, they decided to try to take their ass to an HBCU to have a conversation with black folks. They wore MAGA hats and they got their asses escorted out the motherfucking premises. I'm going to tell y'all something right fucking now. If you are MAGA, if you are a conservative, a far-right conservative, if you followed the teachings of Charlie Kirk, do not bring your ass to the HBCU campus because everybody will not be that nice, okay? Everybody will not be that nice. And yes, I went to a HBCU, so I can speak for us. Everybody will not be that fucking nice. Somebody will whoop your ass. That's just it. That's not a lie. Somebody gonna catch you slipping. Do not bring your racist and hateful ideology to an all-black campus. You are not welcomed. Okay? You are not welcome. You actually got blessed. You are blessed because the police showed up. You are blessed before some of the fraternities showed up, or some of the footballers showed up, or some of our YNs that are educated showed up. You are blessed, okay? You won't be that blessed if you keep popping up on our campuses. We don't want to hear your racist ideology. We don't want to hear your white supremacy talking. We don't want to hear the lies that you spew in order to make yourself look good. Okay? We know what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to incite violence. We know what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to egg us on. And what's going to end up happening, you're going to get what you asked for. There's only so far you're going to be able to push people. And showing up in a place where you don't belong, sweetheart, will get your ass drugged. And that's just real shit. Now, we know y'all like to spread hate. We know y'all like to spread false narratives. And coming onto a campus full of black educated people who also know how to throw hands is not smart. It's not fucking smart. Don't bring y'all asses on our campuses. Stay the fuck away. Take y'all asses to a PWI where y'all can actually indoctrinate white kids. Because on HBCU campuses, we don't play that shit. We don't do that. We are blessed and highly favored, and we're well educated in our history. So you're going to fuck around and find out. You lucky police was there before somebody else showed the fuck up. And honestly, you lucky your shit didn't get jacked. Y'all lucky. Y'all lucky black folks have resilience. Because we would have took y'all shit back in the day. Y'all would have showed up on the campus when I was going to school. We would have took all your fucking equipment. You wouldn't have had shit. You lucky you would have had tires on your car. We would have stripped that whole bare on purpose. Just to tell y'all not to bring y'all asses back. You are not safe, okay? This is not a place for you. If you want to debate CK's talkings, you want to debate Charlie Kirk, do that shit on a PWI. Stop trying to be Charlie Kirk. A lot of y'all are trying to replace him. So y'all going to campuses where y'all are not wanted. And y'all trying to take it up another level. See, Charlie Kirk never brought his ass on black campuses for one reason and one reason only. He knew better. He knew better not to bring his ass on those campuses. He knew that. He knew he was not welcome. Did y'all not see how we voted? Nobody voted for y'all over here. Okay? So all of you young white men that are trying to replace Charlie Kirk, don't bring your ass to no black campus. Don't try to up him. Do not try to one up him because you're going to get hurt. And nobody's going to be to blame but you. Because somebody going to catch you slipping. You weren't invited. You were trespassing. And then you were trying to incite violence. Somebody is going to get you. That's not a threat. That is an actual fact. If y'all keep pushing us, somebody is going to take that L. And they're going to do it proudly. Y'all have been fucking with us ever since this man was taken out. And black people ain't have shit to do with it. I'm going to say that once again. Black people had nothing to do with the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. And y'all keep trying to push the button. We weren't in Utah. We weren't even talking to him. We had nothing to do with that shit. And yet, the uptick on the threats on HBCU campuses, the nooses being left on our campuses, and now y'all trying to have fucking conversations with us on our campuses, that shit is an escalation. And y'all are asking for, y'all really are pushing our fucking buttons. It's pushing a fucking button. Nobody asked y'all to come nowhere near us. We don't do white supremacy. We don't do white Christian nationalism. We don't do that shit. And we damn sure don't listen to people who skew the facts to make it in their favor. What y'all need to be focusing on is the white on white crime that y'all have growing in your young white men. That's what y'all need to focus on. Y'all don't need to be focusing on us. We are not y'all problem. Your own problem is coming from inside the room. Okay? I'm not dividing the country. I'm trying to tell you where you're safe at. And you're not safe on a black campus that voted on the other side and not for Donald Trump, that don't believe in white supremacy being around black people. You're not safe. That's not division. Y'all not trying to bring nobody together. Y'all done lost y'all fucking mind. If y'all honestly think that y'all as MAGA lovers, as Charlie Kirk lovers, as white Christian nationalists, people that use Christianity to skew history and to put people under suppression, y'all actually think y'all trying to bring people together. Y'all really are dumb. Y'all really are dumb as hell. If y'all think we're going to sit there and listen to that dumb shit. Dumb. You done lost your mind. We don't want to be around that shit. The reason we have HBCUs is because y'all didn't want us in y'all shit. And all of a sudden, y'all trying to infiltrate. Now y'all want to be a part of the fucking conversation. We don't want to hear nothing y'all have to say. Stay the fuck away from our kids. Stay the fuck away from our children. Because that's one place we're not going to play about. And I don't have kids, but I got a nephew in college. I got cousins that are going to school. I look at my children that are my young classmates that are going to school. I look at them as my sisters and brothers. Don't fuck with them. Because you're not just fucking with them on campus. You fucking with us as alumni. And I'm going to tell you something about HBCUs. We may have our own little battles when it comes to football, basketball, and the bands, but we are one band, one motherfucking sound. You touch one, you're going to have to worry about all. Nobody wants y'all. We don't want y'all. We don't want you on our campuses. We don't want you near our campuses. We don't want you near our children. Y'all want to indoctrinate somebody? Finish indoctrinating the rest of y'all asses on a PWI. Take your ass to a white school where white people will invite you in and spread your white lies. Do not come to our campuses and do that shit. And Tennessee State University, y'all handled yourselves very well. I'm happy none of the Q dogs saw them or none of the Sigmas saw them. I'm happy that none of the Sigmas or the Q dogs were present. I'm really happy. Or none of the football players. I'm really happy that none of them were in the presence of that situation, because I don't think it would have went the way it was gonna go on that goddamn video. They must not know. Y'all don't understand the white folks in YouTube land. They be like, keep spreading hate. They don't like the fact that people actually don't want to be around them. They don't like white folks in YouTube land. They don't like the fact that people don't want to be around them. They don't like the fact that they don't have an open invitation and they could just come where they want as they will. They think that's division. If we wanted to be around, I'm going to be something very clear to y'all white folks in YouTube land. If we wanted to be around hate, we would be around hate. If we wanted to be around racism, we would go to another school. We'll go to a PWI where we know we'll be ostracized or treated less than, or followed around, or told we don't belong. We go to HBCUs to be around our own people, to learn with our own people, to feel safe. Y'all are invading that safe space that was created for us because we don't feel safe around y'all. That's it. We don't feel safe around y'all. We don't feel safe around white folks. That's why kids take their ass to HBCUs. So they can be around their own people. They can get a great education and they can have some pride within themselves. And they don't have to keep their head on a swivel. They not asked if they belong to this university or do they go here. They're not followed around constantly. They're not racially profiled. That is the whole point of having that place. And when y'all decide to take y'all ass onto our campuses and do shit like that, y'all invading a safe space that was created for us to get an education. That's not for y'all. Y'all are not welcomed. If you get a scholarship there and you decide to go there, that's fine. You got a scholarship, ain't shit we can do. But keep your mouth closed and understand where you are. Respect the space. Y'all can call it racism all you want. Now it's racism because black folks don't want to be around white folks. And we want to get an education that don't involve them. Y'all know how they like to switch that word up to make it seem like it's working for them? Sweetheart, we can't be racist. Economically, we cannot affect your lives. Black people cannot economically affect any white person's life. Y'all run the government, whether it's on each side. Y'all run every part of the branches. Y'all run every economic place in this country. We can't affect y'all. We just don't want to be around y'all. We don't. And you come in there and you setting up shop and you deciding you want to debate why black kids are trying to get an education in a safe space, and you want to bring your red ass MAGA hat and you want to set up shop as if we asked y'all to be there. What should have happened was Tennessee State police officers should have arrested them for trespassing. That's what should have happened. They should have got arrested for trespassing. Charges should have went across them and they should have been taken to jail. They should have been taken to jail. You're trespassing on a campus. You don't go here. You did not go to the front office and check in. You don't have an ID on you, a school ID. You're trespassing. You should have went to jail. I, once again, don't hate white folks. I don't trust y'all. There is a difference, and history has proven that. And y'all prove it every day to me when y'all get up on here and y'all say that black folks are racist because we don't want to be around y'all. Y'all prove that every day. And honestly, if you don't trust me and you don't like what I have to say, you can always swipe and go somewhere else, but you choose to stay here. You choose to be in my room. You want to know why? Because you're addicted. You are addicted. I never go any place I'm not wanted. I never stay any place I don't feel comfortable at. But white folks, y'all don't know boundaries. Y'all don't even know y'all own boundaries. I saw a video earlier today on Facebook where a man, he just moved. He has a dog sanctuary and he trains dogs. A white woman decided that she was going to walk all the way down a half-mile road to come to his house. And she said, hey, I heard you have German Shepherds and Labs here. He said, I do. How did you get here? Oh, somebody told me about it and somebody dropped me off and I walked down here. He said, okay, well, what can I help you with? She said, I want to just pet your dogs. I want to come in and pet your dogs. The gate was wrapped with a chain. He said, ma'am, I have dogs who are friendly and I have dogs who are not friendly. I don't want you coming in here. We do not have visitors right now. The sanctuary is not up and running. She said, well, I'm a nice person. If you just let me in, you would see that all the dogs will like me. He said, no, ma'am. Once again, it is not open to the public. And I have animals here that can attack and will attack because they're guard dogs. And if you enter this place and I did not give you permission, they may attack you. Well, she got mad. She grabbed the chain, tried to open it. He said, ma'am, I'm going to say it again. If you open this door, someone is liable to get hurt, and it will not be me. She got an attitude and started cussing the black man out because she wasn't allowed to come into a place that she was not welcomed. Y'all don't even know how to stay away from us. Y'all don't even know how to back the fuck up when we tell y'all to back the fuck up. I'm telling you right now, if you don't like what I'm saying, you don't agree with what I have to say, exit stage left. Go. I am not the person for you. No, I'm not. You can leave. Nobody has to block them, y'all. They can leave. If you don't like what I have to say, exit. Your numbers are not doing anything for me. Bye. Because I'm not going to stop speaking the way I want to speak. It's called freedom of speech. And I'm not hangry, baby. I ate this morning. I cooked breakfast. It was good. Now, let's get to the news. Baby, Jimmy was on last night. And Jimmy said, I don't know who's having the worst past 2 days. Who's having the worst days, Tylenol or me? Jimmy did get on there and he said, once again, I was not attacking Charlie Kirk. I was not making fun of Charlie Kirk. I wished his wife best wishes and hope for his recovery. On top of that, he also stated that maybe he was a little hasty about saying the man was on the right. I don't think he was hasty. I think he was honest. He was a right wing. He was indoctrinated online. Okay? On top of that, he also said, he said, the president of the United States made it very clear he wants to see me and hundreds of people who work here fired from our jobs. Our leader celebrates Americans losing their livelihoods because he can't take a joke. And he was right. That's the only reason Trump was mad, is because he could not take a joke. He don't like people joking about him. He's very sensitive. Very, very, very sensitive. On top of that, he also stated that he said, don't worry about my show. He said, it's not about my show. It's not about my show specifically. It's about being able to have shows like this on air. And he's right. Everybody gets made fun of. Every president has been made fun of. Every president has been a part of a comedic situation. And we all know that shit. It's not about Jimmy Kimmel. It is about the show. It is about being able to say what you want to say without hurting anybody. And he didn't. He shouldn't even have to clarify any of that shit because he didn't say anything harmful. What he did was make Trump look like an ass. That's it. That's all he did. He made Trump look like a joke. Because when Trump was asked about how he was dealing with CK, when Trump was asked about how he was dealing with CK, Trump went and said, I'm doing fine. Do you see my ballroom? Do you see the construction? They're doing a great job. Something no one has been able to do in the past 100 years. I've been able to do it. Then he went on TV. And when that woman said Charlie Kirk didn't believe that hate speech was freedom of speech, he said, well, he wouldn't be saying that now. He wouldn't be saying that now. He made his own jokes. He set that up himself, but he didn't want nobody to acknowledge it. And that's just what happened. Now, Sinclair said, Sinclair Broadcasting said, we still want an apology, or we're not putting Jimmy Fallon back on TV on our broadcasting systems. And I don't think Jimmy's going to apologize, and ain't no money finna go nowhere. Now, Trump did get on TV, did get on Truth Social, and he said this. He said, I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled! Exclamation point. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone and his talent was never there. His audience ain't gone. His audience actually tripled. And what happened was ABC was losing money. $4 billion. They lost $4 billion within a couple of days. People out the country was dropping their subscriptions. $4 billion is bigger than Trump. 13 black people was unalive. I can't deal with that right now. I can't deal with that right now. Y'all gotta stop sending me shit that's triggering. Stop putting that shit up there. Before $1 billion is way much more than anything Trump has to offer. So he said, why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, who puts the network in jeopardy by 99% positive Democrat garbage? He is yet another arm for the DNC. And to the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. What money did Jimmy Kimmel donate to the Democratic convention? I don't think ABC donated any money. I think that would be smart now. Since he said y'all did it, ABC, y'all might as well. Y'all might as well go get the money over. He said, I think we're going to test ABC on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. I'm going to tell you right now, ABC not going to back down again. ABC is not going to back down again. 16 million versus 4 billion. ABC is not. The people won. The people won that shit. The people won. He lost. He lost and he's upset. We won and he's mad. So if he goes after ABC and ABC cracks down, ABC gonna go broke. Because all those subscriptions are going to go bad. And on top of that, we're going to boycott Disney. Land. Disney World. Prices are already too high. Speaking of high, Disney said come October 21st, they are raising their prices. It's going to be $19 for subscriptions without ads. It's going to be $12 with ads. Hulu and live TV is going to be $90 a month. And somebody said that it actually went up to $94. Yeah, so they trying to get their money back. They trying to get their money back. And I'm gonna tell y'all a little history about Disney. I found this out and I found it very fucking interesting. You know why a lot of their characters like Mickey Mouse and the Goof Troops and them wear white gloves? Anybody know why all of them wear white gloves? They get them from the minstrel shows that white people put on about black people. They get them from minstrel shows. It's blackface. It's so they can recognize that they still have white hands. Disney took the caricatures that white people did to us and made fun of us, and they put it in their cartoons. In the minstrel shows, you would be all blackface with white gloves. So you could see the hand movements and the gestures and everything would be big. Yeah. A bit racist, ain't it? Yeah. So Disney even has racism. You think I'm finna pay for anything? Nah, you got me fucked up. One of my favorite movies was Goof Troops. And now I'm looking at that shit different. Now I'm like, God damn. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Goof Troops, all of them were black. Everybody in the Goof Troops movie was black, except for maybe the high one. Because he's like, you dude, why do we always wear gloves? Why do we have on gloves? He said that shit. That was black. Goofy movie was black. We could say what you want. Say what you want. Oh, white folks think we're being victim. Why are you here, white boy? Leave. You can leave, white boy. You don't have to stay here. Go find a white room where you feel loved. Because you're not going to get it here. I only speak facts. It is what it is. You can leave. You don't have to be here. I don't need your support. Bye. You choose to say. Sometimes I think white folks that come up in our rooms and shit, they have like a gluttony for punishment. Like, they need to be punished. They have a kink for humiliation. I really do think they have a kink for humiliation. They really do. I think they have a kink for that. I think y'all like being humiliated. Baby, America was founded on racism. So yes, everything in this country is racist. Even the money y'all use has cotton in it that my ancestor picked. That's racist. Morning, noon, and night is racism. Please, let's not play this game. On top of that, Frumpy has turned on Russia. I never thought I would hear that shit. Yes. Frumpy has turned on Russia. I don't know what happened during the UN conversation. I don't know what happened during the UN conversation, but baby, he has turned. Yes, I already spoke about the HBCU. That was the first thing I talked about. You got to get in here at 11 o'clock. Yes. So, Frumpy wrote this. After getting to know and fully understanding the Ukraine-Russia military, hold on, sorry. Russia military and economic situation, after seeing the economic trouble it is causing Russia, I think Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in the position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form, which means Ukraine can take back their lands that Russia has taken. Okay. He said, with time, patience, and financial support of Europe and in particular NATO, which means them as well, the original borders from where war started is very much an option. Why not? Russia has been fighting aimlessly for 3.5 years, a war that should have taken a real military power less than 1 week to win. Oh, he's taking shots at Russia. I don't know if that's a good idea. This is not distinguished Russia. In fact, it is very much making them look like a paper tiger. Yeah, he taking shots. I don't know if he means this shit, but he taking shots. Honestly, I don't believe him. I never believe him. Because he says shit and then something happens. So I'm waiting to see if Russia's going to attack Ukraine. He says shit and then Russia gets hit or Ukraine gets hit. So I don't really believe this man. I don't. But we shall see. What was I about to say? Oh, the UN conversation. If y'all didn't feel embarrassed by that man talking, I was looking at the screen and I was like, did he just tell them all their cities is going to hell? Did he just sit there in front of the UN, the United Nations, and tell them all their countries are going to hell? The fuck? Like, he was, and let me tell y'all, he was only supposed to be up there 15 minutes. He was only supposed to be up there 15 minutes. He spent over an hour running his mouth, talking about medication is going to go down 1,000%. Y'all know what 1,000% means for medication? If medication is going to go down 1,000, prescriptions are going to go down 1,000%. Y'all know what that means? That means we're going to get money. We're going to get paid for getting prescriptions. That's what that means. So not only did he tell every country that their countries are going to hell because of immigration, he lied several times. CNN fact checked the whole goddamn thing. He lied about how much money is coming into the country. And most of that millions and trillions of dollars he's talking about are all deals that he made that have not even fallen through. They're conversations. They have not even fallen through. And as far as the teleprompter and the escalator, the White House did an investigation. The escalator stopped because one of his staff members stopped it. A U.S. White House staff member stopped the escalator for Trump. They stopped that shit for him. And the teleprompter was ran by the White House. So the White House fucked up on both ends. I tell you what, you better not bring it in my house. You better not bring it in my house. Whatever y'all got, it better stay out there. Sapphire, bring your ass in this house. Get up here and sit down. Because don't get in trouble with your sister. Get up here. Come on. Up. Sit down somewhere. Don't get in trouble with her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can hear them. I love how you talk to your pets like children. I know Sapphire. I know Emmy be up to some shit. I just don't want Sapphire to get caught up in it. I know Emmy be up to some shit. Emmy is my cat. Sapphire is my dog. So, go sit down. Get in your bed. Stop following behind her before she gets you in trouble. In. Take a nap. Ain't it your nap time? They be getting on my nerves, y'all. This man is an embarrassment to the world. I agree, he is an embarrassment to the world. But this one thing the Secret Service did get right. The Secret Service dismantled a threat capable of crippling the U.S. communication systems near the UN. Baby, they took 300 SIM servers and over 100,000 SIM cards capable of crippling the telecom systems and carrying out anonymous telephonic attacks. So, big ups to the Secret Service. Y'all did one thing right. But then, here's the kicker. When the elevator stopped working and the prompter messed up, Fox News got online and MAGA people was talking about BOM being the UN. Y'all say y'all not dangerous and y'all not crazy. Y'all was literally online and on TV threatening to BOM the United Nations meeting because Trump's escalator didn't work and the teleprompter didn't work. What kind of sense is that? What kind of sense is that? I'm asking for a friend. Y'all are violent as hell. Y'all are violent as hell. That is crazy. And I don't get it. I really don't. Oh. Pope Leo is replacing the Pope in New York, the Cardinal in New York. He's being replaced. Pope Leo's replacing the Cardinal in New York, who compared Charlie Kirk to St. Paul, with a pro-immigrant and an anti-gun bishop. You're fired. You're fired. They fired him. They say, you got to go. I don't know who told you to start speaking like that, but we don't do that over here. We don't compare people to St. Paul. What's wrong with you? And MAGA is mad. They had a whole meltdown. That New York Cardinal Dolan, after his disgraceful St. Paul comparison to Charlie Kirk. Cardinal Timothy Dolan enraged Catholics. I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic. And then my daddy's Pentecostal. So I know both sides. Cardinal Timothy Dolan enraged Catholics everywhere by going on Fox News and calling Charlie Kirk a modern-day St. Paul. Now, reports say Pope Leo is set to replace Dolan with Bishop Daniel Flores, a pro-immigrant, anti-gun leader who actually reflects Catholic teachings. Dolan's fawning praise ignored the reality. Kirk was a you-know-what. They called him a demagogue. A demagogue. Ooh. Now, these are not my words. I'm reading this. This is their shit. I'm reading this. They said Kirk was a racist, a demagogue who smeared MLK Jr.'s name, demeaned black women, mocked George Floyd, and pushed white nationalist rhetoric. Worse, Kirk once attacked a Catholic church itself, calling Pope Francis a Marxist, and trashing Pope Leo as retweeting George Floyd propaganda. Now, you don't go after the Catholic Church. Now, I know that shit. You leave the Vatican alone. You don't go after the Vatican in no way, shape, or form. That is the oldest. That's old money. That is the oldest church in white folks' history. That's the oldest church. You don't go after the Vatican. So Pope Leo's throwing his money around and his power. He's throwing his power around. Uber faces boycotts over partnership with Israel drone firm. Yep. So U.S.-based company Uber is facing a growing boycott campaign after announcing a multi-million-dollar investment with Israeli drone delivery firm FlexTrex. According to the Israeli newspaper, the partnership aims to integrate FlexTrex drone technology into Uber's food delivery service, Uber Eats. The goal is to offer faster and more sustainable delivery, especially in urban areas. Nah, fuck that shit. Nope. DoorDash it is. Nope. As soon as y'all said urban areas, no. Put that shit down. Put it down. Find another car service. That's not cool. And the reason it's not cool is because some of y'all ain't listening to the goddamn news. Y'all seen all these cop cities being built up behind urban areas? Cop cities being built outside of urban areas? You know who the fuck is training them? IDF soldiers. You know what technology they're using? Israeli technology. This is just another form for them to watch our movements. You got me fucked up. Call me a conspiracy theorist if you want. Mama didn't raise no fool. It is surveillance. Urban areas? Why is that the specific place? And y'all talk about that's good. That's not fucking good. That's not smart. So yeah, I need y'all to go ahead and start moving y'all asses from Uber and Uber Eats and start using other ways of getting around y'all cities and getting y'all food delivery. I know y'all got DoorDash and something else. I don't know why not the suburbs. I ain't got no understanding of that, but the partnership has sparked backlash among activists and pro-Palestinian supporters who strongly criticize Uber for supporting Israel, which they accuse of committing, you know what, in Gaza. Yeah, we're going to have to work on that. Here's some funny news to make y'all laugh. Bill Nye the Science Guy is finally getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And so is Robert Englund. Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger is finally getting his star. He should have got that star years ago. Because can nobody do what Robert Englund did with Freddy Krueger? I've been scared of that man my whole life. That man, I'm sorry, Freddy Krueger made me jump out of a window. Okay, my brother used to use his voice and character to scare me and torture me as a child. I jumped out of a bathroom window with my pants on my ankles. Okay, so I'm not even a joke. Robert Englund should have been got his shit. But Bill Nye the Science Guy, I'm so happy to hear that. Now, let's go to Laura Loomer. I be trying to put happy and sad. Laura Loomer took so many shots yesterday, it was not even a joke. She said, it hurts my heart that we have to listen to a ghetto black you-know-what who hates America serving in Congress. Now, Laura Loomer has no education whatsoever. She's a college dropout. And she was talking about Jasmine Crockett. The use of ghetto is often used in a derogatory descriptor of black people, especially black women, implying poverty, lack of culture, vulgarity, and low social status. It is firmly a stereotype that black people come from ghettos, which in context is used to degrade. Let me make something very clear. Y'all said Jasmine Crockett was a bougie black girl, and she wasn't black enough because she went to what? Private school. Now she's ghetto. Y'all need to pick a fight. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. That's just it. It's not giving what it's... Pick a struggle. Okay? Calling her a bitch with black leans into gender racism, portraying black women as hostile, un-American, and morally inferior. And Jasmine Crockett she's a congresswoman and she's a lawyer. A congresswoman and a lawyer. Hate America is an accusation. Accusing someone, especially from a black public servant, of hating America is a standard trope used to critique. I ain't want to cuss. Used to critique of Americans' racial or systematic inequalities. It frames dissent or criticism as disloyalty rather than a part of civic engagement. I'm gonna say this about Laura Loomer. all the slang and the AAVE she was using, baby, you would never say that to a black woman's face. She will never say that to a black woman's face. Because if she did, she would have to get the face that she just bought replaced. She can say that from the comfort of her home and her mic. But saying it into a black woman's face will probably get you on a stretcher. She said a bunch of disparaging things. She said it's a black job when I expose your boss for being a black racist hood rat who enjoys promoting political violence. No one's promoting political violence. By saying that the right has created more violence when it comes to political attacks is not a lie. It is the truth. And anytime there is political violence in this country, the people on the left say we need to calm down. We need more stricter gun laws. We need more protections, this, that, and the other. The right is take everybody out, even from your president on down. Y'all don't tone down y'all rhetoric. Y'all embrace it. Y'all enforce it. And y'all want to talk about political violence. Y'all not happy with being called out. It's your own room. She said, why these bitches be trifling? Girl, if you finna play with me, you best be ready for the truth. I be spitting on your weave. What? She got to stop watching movies. She got to stop watching these damn movies. Like, Set It Off and shit. Like, she watching too much Martin. She went to Chat GPT to put that in. She said, give me the hood way of saying it. She said, I can spit mad bars, Jasmine. Now she from New York. Because mad bars, that's New York shit. Now she from New York. She done went from the South to New York. Because we all don't speak the same. She went from the South to New York. She said, baby girl, I don't like that taste. Baby girl don't like the taste of her own medicine. Girl, I'm gonna say this about Laura. And then she caught heat. She caught heat. And then she went back on attack and said, now that I'm sitting here talking about Jasmine Crockett, I gotta watch out for the Shaniquas. I gotta watch my back for the Shaniquas. Baby, let me make something very clear to you, Laura. Women named Shaniqua are Gen X and older millennials. They don't give a fuck about you. They serve in the military. They're nurses. They're real estate agents. They have children. They have 401ks. They not worried about you. And like I said in the video, you need to worry about that face dropping. She reminds me of that character from Saw. That clown that rides that bike with a little bit of Jeepers Creepers, add in the Wicked Witch of the West and that movie Terror with that clown with the long ass. She gives me all of them together. All of them together. You need to worry about your face dropping. You're 32. You're 32. And you look like you in your 60s. You're struggling. Racism is aging you. I am about to be 40. I am 39. Racism is aging you. Yes, she's 32. 32 years old. And life has whooped her ass. It shows. Have y'all noticed that the people that hate the most age the worst? Have y'all noticed that literally carrying that much hate in your heart, it changes you. Christy Nome looks like she's aged years in the past couple of months. So has Pam Bondi. So as lipstick, no lip Barbie at the goddamn podium, they all look like they're struggling with life. If you put Jasmine Crockett and Laura Loomer right next to each other, baby, the age difference is, ooh, it's serious. It is serious, baby. It is serious. I'm just being clear. It is serious. Now, in Oklahoma, this is how indoctrination works. Oklahoma is probably, I think it's 48 and 49, 48 or 49 in education. Oklahoma, a red state, is number 48 or 49 in education out of the 50 states. Instead of worrying about getting their children on a basic reading level and getting them to pass their SATs and getting to college and learning how to add and subtract. Oh, they 50? Damn, never mind. They 50 now. Oh, shit. They are now, Oklahoma superintendent, the same man that wanted to put the Bible in schools to teach children. They wanted to teach the Bible instead of teaching school, teaching a math, or social studies, English. They wanted to put the Bible in there. Now, he says that Turning Point USA will be in every high school. Every high school will have Turning Point USA. He said, I'm very excited to announce the partnership with Turning Point USA to establish chapters in all Oklahoma high schools. Radical leftist teacher unions have dominated classrooms far too long. Teachers only teach a curriculum that is sent out by the Department of Education. Why don't they understand that? They teach what is to be taught. Every school gets the same education on top of the state history. Every school gets the same curriculum on top of the state's education. So they're not teaching anything that's not learned in every other state. It is how your teachers and your students are consuming the information. And obviously, your students ain't consuming shit because they dumb as rocks. So now, instead of worrying about their education, they want to worry about indoctrination. So, Waters said Tuesday in a post on X, announcing that he's coming after the unaliving of Charlie Kirk, a founder of Turning Point USA. The Oklahoma Education Office officials post also reposted Turning Point's the founder right-wing social media account named Libs of TikTok last year. Yeah, they're definitely going to add it. And I'm gonna say this: there are going to be people that's going to counter this shit. They said Turning Point USA is an American nonprofit organization that advocates for conservative politics in high schools, colleges, university campuses. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If they're allowed to be on that campus, then they're going to allow Democrats on that campus. They're going to have to open it up for leftists and liberals on that campus. They're going to have to open it up for independents on that campus. They can't be the only one, because that is a lawsuit right there. That's a lawsuit right there. You just opened it up. Same thing with teaching the Bible in school. If the Bible has to be taught, so does the Quran. So does atheist believing. You open it up for everybody to be invited into those places as well. Because now it's just indoctrination. Now every other political background is going to have the opportunity too. You can't just do that yourself. Thank you. So we'll see how the courts fight this, because you know this is going to court. This man is trying everything he can to indoctrinate these children instead of giving them a chance to think freely and just giving them the education. There's a difference between indoctrination and education. Education teaches all the facts. Indoctrination teaches a one-sided curriculum. One-sided curriculum. And that's why a lot of conservative MAGA people are fucked up now. Because they have not learned a full education. They've been indoctrinated. I can see both sides of the fucking coin because I was taught to think for myself, not to think how people want me to think. I was taught to think for myself. But we shall see. Now, baby, the flotilla is in some heat. The flotilla is still out there moving, y'all. Gaza aid flotilla rejects Israel's demand to dock at Ashkelon, calls for requests to part of a blockade. So Israel does not want them coming any closer to Gaza. So they're asking them to dock near where those drones were hitting them at. Y'all remember when drones was hitting them back to back? They want them to stay there. They don't want them to move forward, because they're only like 30 miles away from the Gaza. They're only like 30 miles away from Gaza. Now, Italy has stepped up. You know, Italy is on strike. The whole country is on strike. They're supporting Palestine and they're supporting Gaza. Italy is sending their Navy ships to help the flotilla after the drone attack. Yep. After reports of drones targeted at Gaza-bound global flotilla, Italy is sending a Navy ship to help boats. Activists say it's the 7th attack on the flotilla. The global flotilla is preparing to head to Gaza in an attempt to break the blockade. So, thank you, Italy. Thank you, Italy. I'm hoping other countries step the fuck up. I'm hoping other countries step up. And good news. We got another win in the special election. And since we got another win in the special elections last night in Arizona in the 7th Congressional District, the Epstein files are coming out. We have enough votes. All we needed was 217 to force the petition. We got it. We got it. Now let's see how they try to block this shit now. Let's see how they try to block it now. We're getting those seats. Let's see how they try to block this shit now. We gonna figure it out. Come on, get up here because you get on my nerves. Now, South Carolina, y'all need to pay attention. If anybody in South Carolina, please pay attention to this. Y'all need to pay attention to SB Bill 323. I'm going to say it again. South Carolina, SB Bill 323. They are trying to delete rape and incest definitions as exceptions for abortion. I want y'all to hear that again. They are trying to erase rape and incest as exceptions for abortion. Which means that if a child is raped by incest or just raped alone, they still will not be able to abort that baby. Now, this was part of CK's speaking. This was a part of Charlie Kirk's thoughts. It's kind of crazy how it's coming out right after he was taken out. Charlie Kirk believed that every life mattered, even by incest or rape. He said that if my 10-year-old daughter was raped, she would still have to have that baby because every life matters. I need y'all to pay attention to that. Call your representatives. Let them know we do not want SB 323. We don't want that shit at all. It's not gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Trump has been in office maybe a good 9 months. A good 8 months. A good 8 months he's been in office. Since he's been in office, since the election, his family has doubled their fortune to $10 billion. $10 billion. We don't have Medicaid. Medicaid's being slashed. SNAP is being slashed. Veteran aid is being slashed. People being picked up left and right out of the country. We don't have money for farmers, so they can't stay afloat. Black farmers are also suffering. Education is being shot to hell. Unemployment is on the rise, but they've managed to make $10 billion off of the American people. I don't know any president. I don't know any president to have that type of money. I don't know any president to consume that type of money in almost 11 months. Almost 11 months, y'all. $10 billion. This was a business deal. This was all about business. He ran for president because he didn't want to go to jail and he wanted more money. And $10 billion, that no one in the world needs that much money. Nobody needs that much money whatsoever. Gavin Newsom is afraid that we won't have a 2028 election if we don't put our foot down with Trump. He is on the brink of fascism. If you can type in YouTube land, let me know. Risa, let me know if typing is not working anymore, because I feel like it stopped. If it has, jump to this side and let me know. Yeah, he feels like at this point we are at a place where if we don't stand up against this man, we will definitely be in trouble. Good morning from PA. We'll definitely be in trouble. Like they said, professors and scholars said we have 400 days before we enter fascism and we can't turn around. And it's going to take years to get out of it. I don't know exactly what we're supposed to do, but hopefully we can figure out something. We can figure out something. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't have an answer. I think I'm saying voting is what we need to do. We need to vote. We need to vote. We need to vote. But the way people are talking, we may not even have the vote. We may not even be able to vote. I don't know. Here's something for the white folks. Cracker Barrel is having all-you-can-eat pancakes for $5 for September 26th. Y'all can eat all y'all want for $5. Go to Cracker Barrel. Get you some pancakes. We all remember Karen Attiah, who got fired from the New York Times for putting her piece out about Charlie Kirk. She got fired. She's now filing a grievance, arguing that she should have never been fired and she should have been able to speak freely. And she was only quoting news events under the company's labor agreement and social media policy. I hope she files a lawsuit and I hope she gets paid for it. I really do. I hope she files a lawsuit and I hope she gets paid for it. Because that doesn't make any sense. Not at all. Something's going on with Meta's AI. If y'all have children, please pay attention to Meta's AI. The Meta AI is letting bots hold sensual chats with minors. Sensual chats with minors. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. Yes. An internal Meta Platforms document detailing policies on the chatbot behavior has permitted the company's AI creation to engage a child in conversations that are romantic or sensual. That's not good. That's not good at all. That is not good at all. Oh, McDonald's has announced that they will invest $200 million into regenerative farming practices in alignment with Trump administration MAHA agenda. Regenerative? What the fuck does regenerative mean? Is it like a superfood? Is that like a superfood? Y'all know the percentage of we get most of our meat from Mexico, right? Y'all know that, right? Most of our cattle meat comes from Mexico. And we have not been getting as much. I saw a lady on TikTok, she was in Food Lion. And she was getting a pork steak, a big old little pork steak. That shit was $98. And she went to them. She was like, hey, is this a mistake? There's several meats out there around 90 something dollars. He was like, no, it's not a mistake. That's how much it is. That's how much it is. You might as well go vegan if you're going to grow your meat in a goddamn lab. You might as well go vegan. Don't eat that McDonald's shit. I'm just saying. Don't eat that McDonald's shit. I'm not going to be eating nothing that's... I haven't eaten McDonald's in years because it's just not healthy for me. But, no. No, we're not doing that. We're definitely not doing that. No, we're not doing that. Here is, so, a Georgia inmate, YT, a Georgia inmate sentenced to 80 years for mailing BOMBs from prison to DOJ and Alaska courthouse. 57-year-old David Dwayne Cassidy built 2 BOMBs while incarcerated in Georgia State Prison. How do you do that? How do you build that from behind bars? How do you build that from behind bars? I'm serious. What the fuck? How? He built them while he was incarcerated and mailed them out through the U.S. Postal Service to the Department of Justice in Washington, D.C. and the courthouse in Anchorage, Alaska. Neither device is detonated, but Cassidy pled guilty to 2 counts and attempted malice use of explosives. A federal judge sentenced him to 480 months, which is 80 years in prison. How do you do that? How are you able to build those inside? You got, and you was able to send that shit through the Postal Service and nobody checked them hoes? You know what? Woo! Now, before I get off, I want to raise an alarm. And I'm going to be real with y'all. This is about the 2026 election. The reason Trump is trying to occupy cities, black cities, urban cities across the country is because he wants to intimidate voters during the 2026 election. He wants to intimidate us. He don't want us to go out there and make those votes. So he's going to go to every black city possible for us not to vote. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, don't let them fuck with your freedom to go out there and vote. When it's time, it's time to get y'all asses up, grab your grandchildren, grab your grandmothers, get their asses in one car, miss work. Because baby, if you don't, we may not have jobs. Do not bullshit. He's doing this to try to intimidate. Go in groups and stay together. Do not let them stronghold y'all from not going to vote. Because that is the only way we're going to be able to stop this man in his tracks. Of course, he'll be able to do executive orders, but those will only go so far and they will only last so long. But he will not be able to do anything in Congress. Nothing will move. Nothing will move in Congress if we get the House back. They won't get shit. And we need that to stop this man. So when the 2026 election comes back and we got fucking National Guard in every goddamn place, smile at them hoes and keep moving. Smile at them and keep moving. You're not finna intimidate me from me not going to vote. That is part of his plan. It's to put so many people on the ground so that nobody will vote. And I'm going to tell you right now, both sides of my family military, I ain't scared of y'all. I am not scared of y'all. Y'all have no power on the ground. I have no idea what the hell that is, but that is so cool. No power on the ground. Okay? And I respect the military. My family has fought for this country for years and generations. So I have a high respect for military. But you're not going to use and abuse your power. That's just what it is. You're not going to use and abuse your power. And with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. And today, y'all, I am working on my website for my t-shirts. I'm not going to lie. I have a FOMO. I don't have a FOMO. I have a fear. Now, I put into everybody else, but I don't put into myself. I don't think people will show up for me, so I don't do things except for give information and stuff. So I'm doing this, but a bitch is scared. So the shirts and the website is getting made, and they're going to be shirts that are going to offend people, and people are going to be uncomfortable with them, and I want them to be uncomfortable. The point is for them to be uncomfortable, to spark a little bit of conversation. I wore my I'm not the nice black woman shirt out in public, and I got stopped and asked what that meant by white people and black people. It was a conversation. So I am also creating the shirt, Jesus is a liberal. I'm making that shirt. And white people, you're not a victim. I am making that shirt too, because you're not. You're not a victim. And on the back of that shirt, it says black people and minorities cannot be racist. I am creating those shirts because it's true. And these are the only ways to spark conversations. Tell me how you're a victim in this society. Tell me how we can be racist towards y'all when all economic growth, all capital belongs to y'all. And it's belonged to y'all since y'all took over this country, since y'all invaded it, since y'all ran Mexicans off their land, since y'all ran Native Americans and unalived them off their land, since y'all put us in shackles, since y'all used the Japanese to make the railroads, and then turned around, and once y'all put them in internment camps, had Mexicans building the railroads. Baby, you cannot be a victim in something that you created. So those shirts will be coming. I'm building the website now. I'm nervous, but I'm going to try to do it. All right, peoples. See you later. Bye. Sassy, get your butt in the house. Bye, YouTube land.